Hey traders, quick market update for you. Plus also I want to share with you something that actually happens in the markets that when it does start to form in the markets, it gives us a good sign that when a breakout happens, is it going to be a false breakout? So I want to help you when it comes to identifying false breakouts or breakouts that are probably not going to be as strong as what you think. So let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty traders, make sure you grab that free trading course or the trading course there. Make sure you grab it in the link in the description below. And if you're after actually a pretty good trading system to trade in this market environment, in that trading course, the very last video, I'll walk you through a phenomenal chart reading or a chart pattern or a trading setup that I like to trade. And you can actually use that as well in your trading. So let's actually get into today's market update right now. We can actually see the S&P 500 is still at this bit of a double top formation on the S&P 500. We're still at this double top formation. The key is also too, is notice that even if we do start to have a little move to the upside, the really big key is notice this sort of 4,200 area is indeed an area of resistance. And then also up through there as well too. So there's a lot of areas where even if we did get a little bit more upside here, I truly believe, this is my belief, is that we're going to see a domino effect of all the markets pull back in the markets. Now, how that happens is going to be a different story, right? Do we start to see more of a cascading effect on the downside from looking at that? Or is it just more of a push to the upside and then we get an overall pullback? Like where's it going to be? What's it going to be there? And so on and so forth, right? So they're the big things I'm really watching for when it comes to the S&P 500 and what I'm looking at there. But that 4,300 level there, guys, and the 4,200 level, even if we got a little bit more upside from here, we're probably going to fail and then we get something like that. Or we're going to start to get something like this and then we're going to start to fail through here. I do believe we're going to start to fail from looking at that there. Let's move over now through to the DJ, the Dow Jones. So looking at the Dow Jones right now, guys, we are seeing that we're actually getting into a very big sort of tight triangle pattern through here, right? We've got down, we've come back up, and now we're squeezing up into a triangle pattern. The big thing about this Dow Jones, as you can see, right, that if it does start to break, and this is, some of you guys in the comments saying, some of you guys in the comments are saying that I'm saying it's going to break down. No, right? I'm saying if it does break down past 33,000, then we should start to see a cascading effect getting down to 29,000 and possibly even a lot more as the year follows through. So it's the if scenarios. No one knows what's going to happen, right? So to me, if this starts to break below 33,000, then we could start to see a cascading effect on the movement on the downside across all markets. And then we could possibly see the crash that everyone's been talking about possibly start to heat up then and really start to gallop a long way from there. I hope that makes sense from there, guys. So looking at the Nasdaq, not much going on with the Nasdaq as well too. We're still hovering around this resistance level. One thing I'm hoping for on the Nasdaq is I'm just hoping, because I actually want to trade this. A bit of a selfish thing here. I'm hoping we get a little up move like this, and then we do something like this, right? And then we do something like that. Because if that happens, then we're probably going to see, not like that, right? But we're probably likely to see a movement on the downside. So I'm waiting to see if we can actually get this sort of pattern on the Nasdaq, because that actually probably could be a pretty good shorting opportunity for me by looking at the Nasdaq from there, right? So that's actually what I'm looking for from there, and what I'm seeing from there. Now I want to leave you guys from this update. Oh, let me give you a quick update on gold as well too. So gold right now, guys, as you can see, gold actually came down but came back up again. Looking at this hourly chart from gold, you can see we've actually came down and we came back up again. It does look like, once again, guys, gold is either going to go sideways from here or we're going to start to pull back. If we look at the 52 moving average, you see we're pretty far away. So we're either going to pull back to the moving average, or what could even possibly happen with gold now is that we could possibly just start to go sideways through here, right? Allow the moving average to catch up. It goes sideways. And then maybe we get a break and we get to go for another move again as well too. So either way, guys, I'm massively bullish on gold. Have been for a long long time, right? Hence the reason why I'm invested in it. So I'm benefiting of this move to the upside myself, guys. And so that's what I'm looking at there. That's what I'm looking at there when it comes to the gold market. Looking at the silver market as well too. And we can see here on the silver market, we're still just stuck in this triangle pattern, right? We're still just, look at this here. It's just pretty much just like a rounding top formation through here. So again, I wouldn't be too surprised to see possibly a movement on the downside, but we've been going sideways from here for quite some time. So we could actually even possibly get something like that as well too on silver. So it's very, very hard to sort of give a bit of guidance from there, what's actually going on from there when it comes to the good old silver market from there. And then also give you guys a quick little thing. I was talking about this with my actual private clients a while ago, and I want to share something with you. This is actually, I'm looking at Caterpillar here, but this is just an example of what a breakout. What I like to trade breakouts. If you see my trading system, you get access to the trading system in the trading course. You see my trading. I like to trade breakouts, but there are certain form of breakouts that when they do break out, they're either going to be a false breakout or they're going to be they're not going to move as much. What are those breakouts? So the breakouts are this, right? The breakouts are that when we have a very big long move up, and see how we just had a very short pullback. See how that's a very long move up and a very short pullback, and then we broke out again. Look at that there. So now it's gone up and it's come back down really, 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 really fast. Why? Because it was only a short pullback. I like to use a rule of thumb that if we've gone up that much, I want to see that much of a sideways, right? Because if you bend it, you see how that there? If I convert that to flat, then it might be something through, maybe even somewhere through there, right? So I like to say even up as much as up. And then if you convert that to flat, I like to see flat. So I'd like to see something possibly even like that maybe before the breakout, because we had such a big move up. So whenever we get that, and this is the reason why for me personally, I like to trade setups that have this. Whenever the market does do a very big move up, and then we do something like that, if I convert that down, I'm only looking at round about there. Again, I want to see it down here somewhere, right? If you look at it, say, if this was a square, see how if I squared that off, that looks like a pretty even square? Well, that's what I'm looking for to say, okay, if it's gone up a lot, then I want to see this move up here be the same as the sideways movement on Caterpillar as well too. That's what we want to look for. We want to look for the same movement on that as well too. So this same movement here, we want to see sort of that through there. And that's the reason why, again, I was looking to trade Caterpillar myself, looking at, I'll just show you this here. I was looking at this up bar here being the breakout. Yes, I did follow through for the short term, but it's not the type of trade I was looking for. But as you can see, it went up and then it came back really quickly. Then it's gone up. And see how it's struggling, right? The reason why it's struggling is because once again, we had this move up from here to here, and then we only had that sideways, that sort of sideways movement from there. So whenever you get these breakouts of new highs, new lows, so on and so forth, you can see here, this actually broke up to new blue skies. Whenever you squeeze your charts up like this, and whenever you start to get this sort of pattern happening, right, from the move up, and then that through there to there, then guess what? You start to really get a good understanding and an idea of that this is probably going to be a false breakout because we did a very big move up and then a sideways movement.